Hey there! How much fun is this? 2 minutes to go. I thought I'd hop on early to make sure all the tech's working. Say hello to my people. We're going to wait. We're going to be live in 100. Well, we're live now. But we're going to be kicking off in about 120 seconds because a good meeting starts on time and ends on time. Stream quality is fine. I'm just going to check that we're broadcasting on my app. Let's see. Okay, that's all good. Let's see who's on here. Hey, Remo, good to have you here. We're going to kick off in about 30 seconds. I don't know what happened last time. I set my settings on eCam because that's the software that I'm using. It makes it a little bit easier to broadcast, and it said Broadcasters Pitchcraft. I'm like, yeah, Broadcasters Pitchcraft. But wherever Pitchcraft broadcasted, it did not broadcast in Pitchcraft. But now it is because I've checked it and I'm on my phone. Stream quality is fine. So let's get going. Check. All right, as before, relax. You've got just take a pen and paper. If you want to make some notes, you can. If not, don't worry. If you've registered with me, I'm going to send you a copy of this deck afterwards. So you don't have to go ballistic. You're going to get all this. I will also send you a copy of the replay, but do stay until the end because there's a bonus. I'm very, very excited. This is the third live that I've been doing. It's the final one. And this process has been actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I sort of got into the stride of it in, the first one wasn't too difficult. The second one was a lot of fun, and I'm really amped about this one because I've got some great stuff to share with you today. And you'll leave this live today having a clear sense of what you need to do to become, to achieve pitch mastery and get your director treatments pitch perfect. So just relax and enjoy, and let's kick off with the slide deck. For that, I need to go into share screen. Whoops, I'm stealing my own thunder there. Hang on just one sec. Okay, I should have really queued this up if I was being super vigilant about it. But I haven't been super vigilant about it because I'm trying to take a relaxed and assured approach. So, Pitchcraft, why are we here? What are we doing this? As I said to you last time, my express goal here is to show you that getting your director treatments pitch perfect is the most effective way to consistently good to have you here. More work and increase. We're going to kick off in about 30 seconds. It's only available through. I don't know what happened last time. I'm the only guy on the planet settings this stuff eCam. Go to other places that I'm using and makes it a little bit easier to direct treatment. And it says Broadcasters Pitchcraft. I'm like, yeah, Broadcasters Pitchcraft. But wherever and because of that, these three lives have been focused around one big idea. But now it is because I've checked it and I'm on my phone. So let's get going. You can double the speed you write as before and relax. You've got just take a pen and paper, and that is going to save you a lot of time. I'm going to send you a copy of this deck. You're going to get all this. So because there was a bit of an issue with the last replay, but what I'd like to do until the end because recap. I'm very, very excited. This is the third live that I've been. Actually, a lot more fun than first of all. Than I thought. The first one was too difficult. The second one was a lot of fun, and I'm really amped about this when it comes to writing. And you'll leave this clear sense of what you need to do. 5 areas to become. Number one, they lack confidence, to achieve writing treatments. Number two, they feel uncomfortable being in sales mode. For that, I need 3. They don't have a structure that they can follow. 4, most people hate it. It's a real grudge task. Being super
and 5,
about it.
people feel scared of being pushy. They find something a little bit sleazy about
getting your director treatments pitch perfect.
But if we flip that,
the most
what are the
opportunities?
And
The opportunities
of
are
about
places
where
for director
once you get good
not
at
doing
direct treatments, a number of things will increase.
Firstly, you'll
Well,
have
every
confidence
line's
not being focused
secondly,
around one big idea. But now it is because I've
you'll have a monster
attitude
about
the speed you're
all
running
right,
at
as
ideas.
before,
And
relax.
thirdly, you've got a much better sense of clarity about who you are and about what you'll do, what I'd like to do in because fourthly, very third line that I've been doing a lot more fun really that they face when it comes to writing. And you'll leave combine those together what you need 5 areas to be. You'll improve your 2, they feel just relaxed being in sales mode, get more board flow. That I need. And then obviously they don't hate it. It's a real grudge task. Being super more pictures about it, more choice, more something a little bit more sleazy about how that. The most what are the opportunities? The opportunities are about a number of people increase. Firstly, you'll have a have a monster. You get a much better sense of clarity about who you are and about fourthly, very third line of the live a lot more fun. Really that they hate that comes to writing, and you need 5 areas to communicate. You'll improve your 2, they feel just relax being in sales mode, get more board flow. 5, let's just quickly go through my stories. You know, the genesis myth, what are the opportunities, start talking about a number of people. Firstly, you'll learn have a monster. You get a much better sense of clarity about who you are and about organisation. Very third line of the live a lot more fun. Really that they hate. Australians and you need 5 areas to begin with. Number 2, they just relax being in sales mode, get more board flow. That's 5, let's just quickly go through my stories. You know, the genesis myth, what I hate, start talking about a number of people. Firstly, you'll learn have a monster. You get a much better sense of clarity about who you are and about organisation. Very third line of the live really that they hate. And you need 5 areas to begin. Anyway, I was there to let's just quickly go into my stories. Some of them made what I hate, which is not me. A number of people. All the great people learn very third line of the life that's what we would want to anyway, I'm there to let's just go into unfortunately, the tech did not freaking work, and as a result of that, we actually had to delay the presentation. Person who was lead. The reason they didn't because of their connection with Grace Atkinson. Very third line was like very patriarchal. He was like very graceful. That's what we wanted to fight Expedia, sort of dark soul. And anyway, I'm there to better not speak ill of the dead, but I'm widow. And not for very good, for very good reason. And she was a very important person to know in JWT. Unfortunately, the tech did not. And I didn't want to fall foul of her, and I was falling incredibly foul of her because she had to go and tell these people had to delay. That basically, the Muppets that she was get their shit together to. And I thought, hey Chris, good to see you. I first. Sorry, he was the reason they wanted to have there's some background noise. Grace Atkinson, third line was like very patriarchal. So back to JW presentation not happening. That's going to it was when I've never actually spoken about it. Anyway, I'm there, and I think one of the reasons I just. And not for very good, for very good reason. And she was a very important person to know in JWT. Unfortunately, the tech did not freaking, but I was falling incredibly foul incident that she had to go and tell, even though I've been in accidents, the Muppets, I was president, their shit together too. And I found, hey Chris, good to see you. I now first have tried to kill me. This and back on the race, knocked on third line, very patriotic. So back to JW, I've never actually spoken about it. Anyway, where the outcome is very good reason. Nothing very important person to know. Tech did not like it, but and I was falling incredibly loud. Because I was enough to this was the biggest thing I now first tried to kill me. We were enamored with technology, and we were so back to anyway, so the fundamental thing, the outcome is very important knowing tech did but I was falling incredibly loud. Because I was enough to I now basically trying to kill me. All like an lunchtime. Hello, John. I was falling incredibly loud. Hang on a sec, let me just check. But the audio is you know what? I'm just going to let me just toggle this to my phone. Just give me a second, guys. Let me see if I can fix this. I will toggle this to my phone, and then the audio might be a little bit better. So let's go back to this. So, my default setting is control. I like to be in control of my environment, my family of origin where I grew up. It was an unsafe, hostile environment. I needed to feel safe. I needed to feel in control. I needed to be able to unsafe, hostile environment. I needed to feel and so safe. That experience was just the pits. Situation like that. I don't have control. And so that experience was just the pits. I don't have control. I didn't believe that presentation as you business specialist. I don't have control. I didn't believe about 6 months later, I the Thai international account. I didn't experience that about 6 months later, the Thai international account. Very country globally. I didn't experience that about 6 months later, the Thai international account. There is a lot of world. I didn't experience that about 6 months later, and we won it. There is a lot of world. I didn't experience about 6 months later, and we won it. There is a lot of world. I didn't experience about 6 months later, and we won it. There is a lot of world. East London accent. That's what we want to That's kind of what I did. That's kind of what I did. That's the kind of what I did. give you a little. I was working with this digital consultant about 6 months ago, and recently he called me and I'll give you a little. And all these guys, they've all got this digital, they've all got their shtick. They've got their like. I'll give you a little. And all these guys, they've all got their shtick. I was like, I thought about what I give you a little. And all these guys, they've all got spirit mindset. I was like, I thought about what I we start guys with spirit mindset. I believe that the most we start guys with spirit mindset. I believe that the most
spirit mindset. I believe
we start with
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 spirit mindset. I
I have a default aggressive mindset, not necessarily a punch people in the face type thing, but when I say aggressive, it's like, being very focused, having intention about, having intention and power about what I want to accomplish, what tasks I want to accomplish during the day, what outcomes I want to see. I believe in having a strong persuasion focus. And I think mindset, more importantly, is something, it's how you think about thinking, how you're going to think about a particular problem. So once you've got spirit and mindset sorted out, then you can move to action. And I think that, this is where, as I said, the genesis of this whole Pitchcraft thing came from me first pitching with agencies and understanding the structure and the process, and how what I've done is I've adapted that into directed treatments. As an artist, and we're all artists here because we're all creative people, there's one thing that we struggle with each and every day, and that is resistance. And resistance is just, it's stuff that we don't want to do. And, one thing that I really believe is that new levels, new devils. It's like, we get better at doing stuff. But if we're constantly pushing ourselves, there are always, there are new difficulties to overcome, and it's not necessarily as grand as COVID, for example, but it's these little things that we focus, that pop up in daily life. And really, there's only one way of dealing with this. It's just pushing through them. It's just taking action. It's through prioritize and execute. And I've looked at, since I've been running my own business now for coming up to 10 years, right? I've really looked at sort of like, the power of having a very, very tight routine has enabled me to be a more creative person. And also sort of like, how planning my day is important, and just general productivity. And so that's something that I share with clients. Now, once you've got that sorted out, your spirit, your mindset, and your action, then we can actually get into the heavy duty lifting of the creative. Again, last jobs in agencies at BBDO and JWT was executive creative director. I understand the toolkits that creatives need. A lot of the time creatives need to be nurtured, they need to be listened to, they need to be given space for them to be creative. And so much of that space is basically taking away fear and anxiety. As I said, so much of what we're doing through these phases is setting the stage so that you can be in a flow state, so that you've got better mental health, you've got better creative health, you've got access to spiritual intelligence, and you can beat the all-pervasive atmosphere of chaos, fear, and angst that has been 2020. Once you've done that, then killer. Killer is the real craft phase. It's like, okay, you've got your head straight, you've sat down, you've done the work, you're looking at the work. What is the final polish? What are the final touches that you need to add to get it to truly world class? I like to think of this as just high-level persuasion techniques, stuff like scarcity, pricing, intrigue, charisma. What's the other one I really like? Moral high ground, something like so. So it's where you can sort of like take a moral stance on something. Essentially, it's a lot of Jedi mind tricks. It's the real fun. But the tricks, all that stuff, it's a bolt-on at the end. It's like the sauce. It's like a French sauce on a really good food. It's like if you put French sauce on shit food, it's not gonna taste that great. What you need to do is you need to get great ingredients, and you need to cook them well and cook them with love, and then the sauce is like the little demi-glace at the end, and that's what this thing is. So let's do a quick review of that. Those are the 5 pillars of, hang on a sec, what's that say? Same audio issue here. It's like he's in the pub and the mic is behind the bar. It's very funny. Hang on a sec, let me just see if there's nothing I can do. So, SMAC, Spirit, Mindset, Audio, Killer, Creative. Now, what's been most valuable so far? I'd love to, please just type into the feed something that you've learned, something that you thought was interesting, something that's resonated with you. Because, I found out that, when I'm working with people, I generally attract sort of like, one of 3 different types of people. The first person is just very uncomfortable in pitching. It's new to them. They don't like it. A lot of the time, English isn't their first language. Second type of person has done some pitching before, but they're just not sure about what they're doing. Third type of individual is generally more mature in their career. They've had a lot of success, but because they're having more success, they find that they're pitching more often. They just want to get better at it. So one thing that I found in my 55 years on the planet is that if you want to grow in a certain area, there's 2 ways of doing it, right? And the best way of doing it is when there's a proven path, when there's a clear roadmap, when you've got support from other people, when you've got someone leading you, when you get coaching from a mentor or peer-to-peer coaching. I mean, it's kind of like the old thing, you can do this the hard way or the easy way. And this is something, nothing has taught me more in my life than my recovery journey. And, if you've got a problem with drugs and alcohol and you go to a meeting, they'll, whether you go to AA or NA, they'll say the same thing. If it's a good meeting, they'll say, okay, sit down, get a sponsor, work the steps, go to meetings, do some service, help other people. And if you do that, you never have to drink or use ever again. But guess what? Most people don't do that, right? Most people want to take a shortcut. And, the shortcuts tend not to work out terribly well. I'm lucky. I did all those things. I got a sponsor, I went to meetings, I worked the steps, I started taking other people through the steps. Hey presto, haven't had a drink, drug or cigarette in coming up to 10 years. Yay me. The reason why is there was someone there to show me the way. The other thing is self-discovery. I really believe that the 2 most important questions, one of the 2 most important questions that you can ask yourself is, who are you? It's a big question. It's funny, I was in, I think I've been clean for about 6 months, and I was in this bar in Hong Kong. The reason I was in this bar in Hong Kong is that it was in the Mariners Club, and they had a AA convention there, and there was this guy in there, and we were talking, and he said, "Oh, sorry, this is the wrong story." This is the wrong story for the wrong slide. Please forgive me. Who are you? If you really want to get down to who you are, then what you need to do is you need to let go of your limiting beliefs. And sometimes it's not that easy to find out what limiting beliefs you have. I mean, they don't rattle around in your head saying, hello, I'm a limiting belief. But it's uncovering of those is what will enable you to let go of fear and to choose courage. And that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, let's face it, that's one thing the world needs right now, especially from creative people, is a little bit of courage. You know, we've definitely seen that sort of like, you know, there's a definite lack of that. So the other question, and this is going to my story that I was telling you about, is, sorry, you're going to have to excuse me, I've really confused myself. Where are you going? Okay, what's your trajectory in life? Where you know, I guarantee pretty much everyone listening in at the moment, it's like, you know, where you thought you were going in 2020 had other ideas. You know, we all have these ideas of sort of like how we want to see our careers progressing. But right now, what's happened with the industry is that it's been incredibly shaken up. We're coming out the other side of it, and it's always been a competitive industry, but now it's hyper competitive. Right, and people are going to have to work even harder to get an edge. Clients have once again got used to, you know, film companies bending over backwards, doing more for less, and so going forwards into 2021, you're really going to need a new methodology, a new way of doing things, a new success formula. If you want that big life. And what do I mean about big life? The way I look at it for myself is impact and income. Okay? As a creative, I think, you know, Colin McGregor. As a creative, I think what you need to do is you need to, you know, as a creative director, when you're presenting clients with ideas, you need to show them big ideas that will make them money, right? That's what clients want. They want ideas that will make them money. You need to create impact and income. And when you create that for clients on a big scale, you can create it for yourself. And that's the secret to pitching right there. So imagine 3 to 6 months from now that you're getting everything that you wanted. You're doing pitches in a third or half the time that you used to. You're winning 3 times more than you used to. You're busier. You're booked out. You're turning work away. How would that feel? And also, not only that, what new actions would you have to take in order to become that person? Okay? Is that the kind of person that doesn't make a commitment? Is that the kind of person that doesn't take a risk? Is that the kind of person who doesn't take responsibility? Or is it the kind of person who does commit to themselves, who does say yes to new things, who does say yes to challenges? I ask this because I have an invitation, and here it comes. Are you ready? What I'm doing in a few days is I'm launching something called the Pitchcraft Accelerator. That's what all this has been about. And I'll tell you exactly how it works. The Pitchcraft Accelerator means if you join it, then what you do is you get instant access to my online Pitchcraft Masterclass. So that's 4 hours of training plus worksheets, which means watch it over a weekend, you'll automatically get 10 times better at pitching. It's my whole Pitchcraft process laid out. But what I'm doing in this accelerator, which will run over 6 weeks, is not only do you get access to that, but you get access to me. And every week you will have a live workshop like this, but not on Facebook, so the sound will be better. We'll be doing it over Zoom, and it'll be a locked off. It won't be like a Zoom meeting. It'll be on the Zoom webinar package, which is a lot more stable. So you get 6 live workshops on all aspects of the Pitchcraft Online Masterclass. You also get live Q&A and a group coaching session as well, So it's a 1 hour workshop. It's an hour to 90-minute workshop a week. It's 1 hour live group coaching, and also a high-level mastermind, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a community of all the directors and probably a few producers within that accelerator. So what that will mean is you will be able to get your pitch game super tight, ready for 2021, because 2021 is a clean start. We've still got roughly about 90 days to go. This will run for just over half of that. So this is the right time to really up your pitch game and get ready to start 2021 big. And in actual fact, if you join the accelerator, you've got, you know, within 6-7 hours of going through the material that's already on the online course, you're good to go. What this will mean is no more guesswork. I will give you a proven process to get your director treatments pitch perfect each and every time. It's all totally within your reach. It means you can claw back 2020 and close strong and be in pole position for 2021. It's a great opportunity. It's me, it's you, it's a handful of your peers. We're going to be together every week for about 3 or 4 hours together, access to an online class, live workshops, 6 of them, group coaching sessions, 6 of them, and also a high-level mastermind. That is going to make the difference between whether you stay the creative that you are or become a new person. The choice is yours. Now, if you're interested in that, you can join my VIP list. How to do that is very simple. Just write that link down. I can't share this link on Facebook. I can't message it to you. Facebook's very sneaky. Write down vip.ghosttreatments.co. If you'd like to get on the VIP waitlist, which will enable you to receive some information and obviously get you in pole position for entering the accelerator, if that's how you choose to go, please go to vip.ghosttreatments.co and register now. If I've got your email, I will email you the link, but really, if you do it now, because there's not going to be a lot of people on this thing. I want to keep it small. I want to keep it select. It's the first time I've done this. It's kind of going to be a beta test, and it's going to be priced accordingly. It's not, you know, when I do this next year, it's going to be for a lot. It's going to be for 5 figures. It's not priced at that now. I should have said all the stuff that we do together will also be uploaded into Pitchcraft, so you'll be able to keep all the workshops, and yeah, you'll be able to keep all the workshops that we do together. That will be uploaded onto Pitchcraft. So you get the original course, which is up now, which sells for about, I think it's $1,997. It's currently $997. And if you're interested in joining the accelerator, then you're going to get all the stuff that we do on the accelerator will also be added onto the current online Pitchcraft course. So if you're interested in that, go to that link, register, or message me your email address, and I'll make sure that you're in the next mail out. Thank you for joining me. I don't know what the problem was with the sound, but if you were listening, thanks for bearing with me, and I will let you know when the replay is going to be up. And I will also, if you want to get a copy of the slide deck, then just message me your email address. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week.